musicians described his approach to music as multidirectional, breaking genre boundaries and integrating diverse rhythms and colors, with some noting his music was spiritual and expressive beyond jazz conventions. His influence reshaped modern jazz. Multidirectional drumming differs from traditional drumming primarily in its approach to rhythm. Traditional drumming often involves maintaining a steady, repeated rhythmic pattern. In contrast, multidirectional drumming is more fluid and simultaneous, playing 3 or 4 different rhythms at the same time that move in multiple directions rhythmically and texturally. This approach breaks from conventional patterns, allowing drummers like DeJohnette to create dynamic polyrhythms and rhythmic conversations across the drum kit, resulting in more expressive and intricate performances. The sound of my music was changing as fast as I was changing musicians, jazz legend Miles Davis recalled in his 1990 autobiography. I was looking for the combination that could give me the sound. I wanted a drummer to play certain funk rhythms. DeJohnette could play drums like a mother, and he gave me a certain deep groove that I just loved to play over. But he wanted to do other things, like play a little freer, be a leader, and do things his own way, so he left the band. For more than 50 years, DeJohnette had played drums, just like Miles described it. DeJohnette's music is defined by a fluid, genre-blending style that merges jazz, free jazz, world music, funk, rock, and R&B. Originally a pianist, he approaches drumming as a multi-dimensional art, mixing rhythm, texture, and color rather than simply keeping time. His playing balanced power and nuance, using rhythmic shifts to shape the music's direction. Emerging in the 1960s avant-garde scene, and later helping to pioneer jazz fusion with Miles Davis, DeJohnette developed a drumming style that is both grounded and free, marked by tonal sensitivity and creative elasticity. Drawing on his pianistic background, he treated the drum kit like a harmonic instrument. His work transcended genre boundaries, combining the finesse of jazz, the drive of rock, and global rhythmic influences into a unified, innovative sound. As both leader and collaborator, DeJohnette explored everything from spiritual improvisation to groove-based compositions, earning recognition as one of modern jazz's most original and influential voices. DeJohnette had been brilliant in so many settings, whether in his records as a leader with New Directions, his groove work with Miles Davis, his immaculate swing playing with the Keith Jarrett Trio, or his magical recordings as a sideman with artists like Joe Henderson, Freddie Hubbard, George Benson, Michael Brecker, and Bill Evans. DeJohnette has shared the stage and recording studio with legends ranging from musical mystic John Coltrane to the electric jazz innovator Miles Davis, from Sonny Rollins to Sun Ra, to keyboard deity Keith Jarrett. In all that time, Jack has played on more recordings than any jazz drummer, as leader, co-leader, and sideman. But he had never won a Grammy until 2009, when he was awarded Best New Age Album for a solo CD of ambient music called Peacetime. How intriguing that this master of endless invention and complex composition was singled out for the kind of music more suitable for meditation than for dancing. DeJohnette has one of the most distinctive drumming styles of the post-bop era. Boasting a resume as long as it is fearsome, DeJohnette may be best known for his stint with Miles Davis, with whom he played in the first part of the trumpeter's jazz fusion period from 1969 to 1972, and his much longer tenure in pianist Keith Jarrett's Standards Trio from 1983 to 2018. However, in addition to his prolific work as a sideman, he was a major and innovative bandleader in his own right. In particular, DeJohnette became associated with ECM Records, with whom he recorded frequently for over 4 decades, and pioneered what was sometimes regarded as the ECM sound. He was also an accomplished pianist, having trained on that instrument as a child, and would often demonstrate that ability on record or in concert. Jack DeJohnette Jr. was born August 9, 1942, in Chicago. Taking piano lessons from the age of 4, DeJohnette studied the instrument for several years, losing interest for a time and regaining it with the advent of Fats Domino and rock and roll. While gigging in local bands as a teenager, however, he taught himself to play along to the radio on the kit of his band's drummer. "It took me about a week just to get my independence on the drums," he recalled in a 2011 Smithsonian interview. "It somehow came natural to me." He gained enough of a reputation to start working around Chicago as a drummer, including rehearsals and gigs with Sun Ra, and to go on the road with saxophonist Eddie Harris, making what he thought was a weekend trip to New York in 1965. DeJohnette went to Minton's Playhouse in Harlem and was hired on the spot to play drums. He took it as a sign, relocating permanently to New York. He met and quickly befriended trumpeter Charles Tolliver, who recommended him to alto saxophonist Jackie McLean. He then became the drummer for saxophonist Charles Lloyd, a star player who provided the drummer his breakout opportunity. A greater one, however, came in 1969, when trumpeter Miles Davis encountered his playing behind saxophonist Stan Getz. He hired both DeJohnette and Getz's pianist, Chick Corea, for his band, The Lost Quintet. DeJohnette played on what became the seminal Benches Brew album, remaining with Davis until 1972, and playing on albums such as Jack Johnson, Live Evil, and On the Corner. When Benches Brew was first released, many jazz critics and musicians found the album, and by extension, DeJohnette's contributions, chaotic, noisy, and lacking the structure expected in jazz. Some viewed the album as an insult and accused participants of commercializing or betraying jazz traditions. DeJohnette was seen by some as too experimental or disruptive in his playing. Many progressive critics and younger listeners, however, embraced DeJohnette's energetic, creative drumming as a transformative force within Miles Davis's fusion group. The album won Downbeat's annual critics poll in 1970 and is now considered one of the most remarkable creative statements in any artistic form. DeJohnette's work on Miles's On the Corner was even more polarizing, with critics initially savaging the record for its lack of harmony and repetition, though later reviews called it an essential masterpiece and a precursor to hip-hop and punk. DeJohnette's contributions to Miles Davis's fusion era were divisive at the time, but are widely respected and admired today, placing him among the boldest and most influential jazz drummers of the 20th century. Jack DeJohnette began playing with Keith Jarrett in the mid-1960s, initially as part of the Charles Lloyd Quartet. Their most famous and enduring collaboration was in the Keith Jarrett Standards Trio, which officially formed in 1983 and lasted until the mid-2000s, spanning over 25 years. Their relationship was highly creative, respectful, and friendly. DeJohnette and Jarrett shared a deep musical empathy and trust, which allowed them to explore and push the boundaries of jazz improvisation together. Jarrett praised DeJohnette's ability to balance dynamic energy with finesse, describing their interplay as almost telepathic, where each could anticipate and complement the other's musical ideas. This connection contributed to the trio's unique sound, marked by a seamless flow between structure and spontaneity, and made their partnership one of the most celebrated in jazz history. His band, Special Edition, became DeJohnette's primary vehicle as a band leader for the next few decades, although he was the only constant in its lineup, and a model for the kind of blend of progressivism and hard groove that would characterize DeJohnette's own music. Jack DeJohnette, the legendary jazz drummer, passed away peacefully on October 26, 2025, at the age of 83 in Kingston, New York, due to congestive heart failure. His remarkable career spanned over 5 decades, during which he was a pioneering force in jazz, known for his extraordinary versatility and innovative multidirectional drumming style. Celebrated not only for his technical mastery, but also for his ability to blend tradition with bold creativity. His legacy as a rhythmic architect, band leader, and mentor continues to inspire musicians and fans worldwide. As we bid farewell to a master of rhythm, we carry forward the profound imprint Jack DeJohnette left on music, honoring a life dedicated to artistic exploration and excellence. This is David from One Track Jazz. Thanks for listening, and please take a moment to like and subscribe.